And the problem is that you take a knife fight against DAMWON, and they are just pound for pound stronger pretty much in every single... It is every single role, right? Yeah, it's every single role. They're better. So it's very scary. And, I mean, the other thing is that, yes, you have the Sylas, which is better than the Kennen the longer that the game does end up going on, but DAMWON scale better because of that Ezreal Zoe dynamic just threatens to delete members on Dynamics when the game does go the distance. It's always the wild card. So Dynamics have to get ahead early, and I just don't know how they're supposed to do that.
Well, I think bottom lane is somewhere that they can definitely fight. I think Karma Varus should be able to take control of an Ezreal Leona in the early stages, assuming there isn't going to be any jungle shenanigans messing things up. Top lane should be fine for DAMWON. ShowMaker should win any lane no matter which champion he's on. He's just that good. And DAMWON should be able to get themselves to a mid game where they will be able to overpower, but I think the Ezreal Leona is definitely going to be where they can challenge, and it's also the weakest lane for DAMWON historically, just in general. So we'll see whether they are going to be able to grab a snowball from there and allow Dynamics to actually pull on forward.
Yep.
It is a massive amount of magic damage in this composition. It's only going to be deokdam who's going to be building up all of that lethality that's going to be requiring any armor. So I actually do like that. You know, it's sort of like the Karthus theory that you talk about all the time. Try and make sure that your main damage threat is surrounded by other styles of damage. Try and get in there. But here we are, DAMWON on our blue side, running out of the base. We'll see who's going to be able to take game number one. I think DAMWON definite favorites. But this draft from Dynamics could get some work done. You can see where they will be able to find themselves some advantages, and that is namely in the bottom side of the map.
Zoe's got the cotton candy hair going on right now.
She also has fire and lightning as far as her summoner spell and her keystone, and these are the pickups that ShowMaker makes when he wants to just dominate the lane. And Kuzan has responded in kind.
Definitely going to be a bit bloody here in the middle lane. As we take a look at the runes by both of them, and they are evenly matched except for
the Ghost Poro
and over the Eyeball collection.
Indeed.
So that, I guess Dematerializer and Biscuits.
Oh, that's true.
For the side of Kuzan. So he wants to make sure that he's well fed, and he also wants to make sure that his Ghost Poro is also well fed. So that is the analysis of the runes there. Thank you.
And for ShowMaker, he likes the Eyeball collection because he has, you know, in his skin, like the holding up the eyeball situation, you know, like peering out.
Okay, so he has a glass eye.
Yeah, a bit more eyeball focused. Which I think is the analysis that you all wanted. Yeah,
ShowMaker's trying to collect eyeballs so that he can give them to Canyon because Lee Sin is...
Yeah, he's lacking in the eyeball department.
Right, so... I think this is actually it. I'm really glad that you and I were able to break this down.
Yeah, I think that's the most important part of the Keystone.
Really
so we're just going to go over all of the rest of them. Don't need to worry about those at all. It is going to be lethality Varus. That's the only other thing you really need to worry about.
Yep.
As Ghost and BeryL, just trying to stay back as safely as possible against the very frustrating lane of the Varus and the Karma.
Yep.
And yeah, they'll have level 2 off the next minion, and that's why they were pressuring so far forward.
And, I mean, they did miss quite a bit of CS, but we'll see what they can end up getting down here. Ghost does take a Mantra-empowered Q.
Yep, and he's going to take Hail to Barrows, he's going to take all sorts, as he's at least able to grab himself the majority of the minions underneath this turret. ShowMaker has to flash very early on. Beyond throws down the pillar. He's otherwise not able to find too much. Good electrocute proc there from ShowMaker as he wants to get this wave shoved in. The Lee Sin on his red buff at the moment, as ShowMaker, he's not one to miss cannons.
Yeah, I mean, he is in a pretty okay spot in the mid lane, despite being down now on his flash. And you can see that Canyon, in the meantime, just sort of power farming, as Nuguri is putting a bit of a hurt onto Rich. I think he tried to get the stun up in time, not able to find it. And I like how he's pathing to the left-hand side. He acknowledges that bot lane does not have priority. If he tries to go over to the right-hand side Scuttle Crab, there could be a bit of a tussle. And okay.
My God.
Canyon might just move up to top lane.
So much CS denied as well.
Yeah.
Okay, ShowMaker without his flash, remember, but the chains don't land, and he's off to the correct side of the map. His Q lands there. Kennen actually decides to go in, but only takes one turret shot. Not going to be too bothered by the pillar. Well played here by ShowMaker around his jungler. It looks like Beyond is going to be able to bully the Lee Sin out of his jungle for now anyway. And ShowMaker does have himself a barrier, because of course he does. Oh, it is level 4 though. That should be a redemption.
Yeah.
Maybe lacking practice.
Really, honestly, truly, yeah.
Yeah.
Can agree with that one more than anything else. Because Kennen, he's going to pick up the Scuttlecraft. For some reason, smites it. I guess he has 2 charges. So he's going to move over now to the Gromp. Nuguri actually fails to get the crash, and this is a problem because he misses a cannon for no reason.
Oh, GuGer actually tanked up the turret, down to 200 for free there. I like the Zenith Blade opportunity from BeryL, although still, as you can see, Dynamics with so much control under this turret. But this is what Ghost and BeryL are used to, right?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're just trying to hang on, and remember, Ghost has teleport, so even at the end of the day, when these 3 minions get consumed, Ghost is going to pick that one up. They're only down 4 CS and the turret plate, but it's not the end of the world. This is actually not as successful for Dynamics as they would have hoped.
And with the teleport, they should be able to get Drake priority, but Kennen actually goes back to base at around the same time. Mirrored pickups here as Beyond has got a longsword, LS.
Yeah.
Are we going to see is this Warrior Enchant Trundle?
It might. I mean, he could also pick up Tiamat.
Yeah.
That is a thing that he could end up doing.
Very interested.
Ooh, so he threw the Shuriken, and Rich knows that. So he knows that Kennen can't cancel his recall. And so just ends up recalling.
Yep, good stuff.
Now Kennen...
Whoa. Nuguri's, he's gone greedy with the item build.
Yeah, double Amp Tome, no potions right now. Call. The thing is, though, is that the cannon wave is pushing away from him due to the proximity to the reinforcing wave. So we'll see what ends up happening. He could just use these 2 waves and hard crash and then reset again and pick up a revolver.
Yeah.
And then come back and look for the solo kill. Because by that time, his jungler would be on the left-hand side of the map. If he just piles up both these waves and tries to dive, he doesn't accomplish anything. So, yeah, it looks like that's actually what he's going to do. He's going to pile up 2 waves, then barely get any chip damage.
We'll see whether he can get any damage onto Rich here. He's got a couple of marks of the Storm on him. Kennen looking to steal away a Raptor camp, but was unable to actually stop Beyond from taking the Drake. So good start here. ShowMaker going to get a bit of damage back with that Paddle Star. Not too much of an issue here as Ghost gone for the highest power possible. Rich coming on down, does have a Slicing Maelstrom. Okay, there's the flash in. Slicing Maelstroms everywhere, but that is a very, very fast kill onto Rich, who didn't know that ShowMaker and Kennen were just waiting in the brush.
I have no idea. I mean, he had to guess that when Nuguri was going to make that action, that they are indeed there, and I would have imagined that he would go on the retreat. But very surprising.
BeryL avoids a fair bit of damage there. That sidestep on the empowered Q, so that's good news. Ghost Sheen should help him here in this lane. As, deokdam missed the cannon. Did get half of Ghost's health bar, but still, we'd say right now the Ghost is a hitting goal.
Well, bot lane is doing pretty fine. The real problem is that Nuguri is going to get very far ahead.
Yeah, he's actually very close to his proto belt already. He's got 39 stacks left on his cull. Doesn't have boots, but who needs boots? And you can buy your core items. We're going to have a look at this one again.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a very surprising single stroke fight here.
여기 와서 올래? 나 지금 캐넨공인데. 조이보자.
Saying
여기 디슈가 있었네.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a whoopsie. Definitely a whoopsie. It's Beyond. He's going to go back, so no ganks towards this bottom side. difficult for Ghost and BeryL to step up. Absolutely true. And so a few of these minions are going to go begging. But Dynamics will eventually push this one back. The Ezreal will be absolutely fine. So looking elsewhere, 85-71 in the mid lane. ShowMaker doing ShowMaker things. Already ahead by 14 CS. Despite losing his flash earlier, does have it back available now. His Ignite will be up again soon. Super Soaker at the ready. And now Beyond thinking about what he can do against this Zoe.
This is definitely an interesting spot to be in right now if you are Dynamics, because your mid lane is slowly losing, your top lane is losing, your bot lane's winning, but not in a manner that you would really hope for it to be.
Yeah.
So we'll have to definitely see. Beyond is level 6. He's also losing. He's very far behind in EXP after what was a very good opening.
Exactly. I don't know how that even happened, to be honest.
Umbral Glaive completed first for Varus.
Also a gigantic item gap between the junglers, and it's going to
Yeah.
be a while before Beyond. Like, Longsword is just a really weird pickup.
What is Beyond going? Is he?
I think it might just be going towards Cinderhulk now, and he just built a weird longsword.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna go Triforce. How about that?
Oh, perfect skirmishing saber immediately into Triforce.
Exactly.
Now that is a Chad build.
It really
100%.
is. No, I'm very doubtful. I think that honestly, it's just another lost to shopkeeper moment here for Beyond.
I think he might have just like had a bit of a brain fade when he was buying items and got the wrong one.
That is true. That is definitely possible. I also want to point out, by the way, that this Trundle skin, it looks like a Death Knight, like the human-looking Death Knights. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I think we've had this like one of the subordinate Death Knights.
Yeah.
That are just hanging out in the ziggurat, you know.
Yeah. And the joke that you made earlier, for viewers that might not have got it, about Rich and why they said Rich King, is because in Korean, Rich and Lich are both pronounced the same exact way.
Yep.
And so it was just it was a pun. That's what they were going for.
A very clever pun.
Yeah.
Like that one a lot. But
And
I don't even know whether they were referencing the Lich King.
Yeah, I'm actually curious.
It seems a bit weird, right? As Kuzan is going to get himself out with a distortion. He'll be absolutely fine. Haven't really seen too much from this LeBlanc so far, but certainly did have a fantastic performance on it throughout Challenger's career. Kuzan was MVP in a lot of instances as Canyon. I'm going to find Beyond here, and I don't think that DAMWON do want to lose this Drake. As Canyon wants to put down the Rift Herald. GuGer trying to hold on to this area. Rich finds the first rotation. Teleport available from Nuguri. He has heal, but no flash at this point in time as ShowMaker trying to flash out, breaks the chains really, really nicely as the kickback down onto Beyond. Canyon's going to be absolutely fine here for the minute as Nuguri's going to take more crockery out of the top lane.
Getting
Sylas
so much
moves back
value.
up.
Yeah. Insane amounts of value being gained up in top. Nuguri has teleport available, has heal. They're going to summon the Rift Herald in mid lane. They're going to let that crash into the turret. We got a little bit of a dance going on here.
Yeah, Beyond's in trouble. He does manage to get the Drake, and unfortunately for BeryL, he's unable to get in there. The rest of Dynamics, they get themselves out, and unfortunately for them, it's a Cloud Soul. So it doesn't mean quite as much.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, that's one of the most disappointing things that you could ever hope for.
Yeah.
Is to roll the Cloud Soul. Extremely, extremely sad. Looks
Not
like
great.
Rich actually wants to stay. Doesn't want to let Nuguri just continue on pushing to try to raise yet another turret plate. But the Kennen is just so big right now.
Yeah, he's terrifying. Has already cashed in that cull as well. And goes back home. I wonder what he just purchased. It might have been Oblivion Orb completed as well.
Yeah, he's 1,700 gold ahead right now. So very surprising all around.
Pretty cool from Canyon there, making sure that he maximizes his mobility. ShowMaker going to come on over. Easy takeaway of the blue buff. And DAMWON, the only thing that I'm worried about is I feel like, I don't know, Dynamics have this thing where they just force other teams to never take objectives from them. They did it to T1. The Drake's just taken underneath T1's noses for the majority of the games. But DWG have a composition that does want to be playing around the mid game, so let's see whether this dive is going to work out. Slice of Maelstrom is going to be traded. Q comes on in there as Rich will have another Kingslayer, I think. Nuguri's just going to go down. Sylas pretty good at handling the dives. And yeah, that was all, that was it. That was the yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's 8:22 p.m.
It is correct. KST.
Correct. Yes.
Yep. It might be early morning for you if you are over in North America.
All right.
Yeah, that was not. It was a
I'm
sub.
trying to change the subject, man. Like, you know, like.
Yeah, I know.
We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
That's not a situation.
The elephant was too big though in the room.
Yeah. I mean, Rich.
잡았다.
I mean, he
야, 잡아줘, 노플이야.
outplayed it, but it's not even like it's close. If that makes sense, it's.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Very, very forced for seemingly no reason.
Oh, great sidestep there from ShowMaker. Wants to find the bubble, doesn't get it onto Kuzan. Neither does the Q land from Kennen. The dynamics get out, but Canyon's positioning here in the mid lane, at least, has been very good for getting these counter ganks.
Well, DWG, they are going to, yeah, they're going to pick up that Scuttle Crab, and Lee Sin is still ahead of Trundle and EXP.
And it was a mistake from Beyond, by the way. He sold the longsword.
If there is, yeah, he did. If there is indeed a game where Lee would do the lethality build or something of that nature, this would be it. They're never going to touch armor on their team comp.
Yeah, right?
You can get so much value against LeBlanc, Varus, Karma, and Sylas. They'll just all hit like trucks. We got a big trade.
Yeah, BeryL goes all the way in, but Beyond is in a great position. BeryL not without the flash. He's going to be in a whole host of trouble. He's going to go down first. Not going to dive onto Ghost just yet. The Dynamics will be able to attack through this wave in and should be able to take down this turret as well.
Ooh.
As Ghost, you better run, my friend. There is no way. You're allowed to stay around this area. Canyon sneaks into the brush, looks for GuGer, who flashes immediately. Very squishy.
Yeah.
Right here, as you can see. Oh, looking for a Q, misses it straight up. Slight sidestep, teleport comes in as Beyond sets up onto Nuguri. Canyon will be able to find that kill onto the Karma, but Rich is going to turn up, finds himself a kick, flash immediately back. That's some really cute footwork out of Canyon, and he's going to be all right. Nuguri still unable to really affect this one, but sidesteps the piercing arrow, and they save their outer turret bottom lane.
Yeah, and Canyon with a very good runaround of the whole situation ends up managing to salvage this down in bot lane, and I really like what Ghost is doing right now. He's going for the Iceborne Gauntlet rather than the Trinity Force.
Yeah, going to really help him against deokdam especially. I think maybe even go Ninja Tabi this game. You may as well if you're going to be, you know, dealing with the Varus.
Well, the thing is that I think a lot of people could look at this.
Or maybe you need Merc Treads or something.
Think to themselves, well, there's 4 AP basically. Why would Ezreal go Iceborne? And it's mostly that a lot of them have to stick to Ezreal in order to have value. And the only person that can really kill Ezreal reliably is going to be Varus outside of LeBlanc just deleting it. But Iceborne and Trinity Force, there's not really too much of a difference when it comes to LeBlanc. So not the end of the world by any means.
You can also just throw more of Malmortius in there, and
yeah, eventually
that'll be enough, right? I think that's okay. The Canyon, let's have a look at all of his fancy moves to get out of the way of things. As Nuguri deal with Beyond, okay.
Does get the kick, he tries to angle it into deokdam, and then everyone just hangs backwards. So, Cloud Dragon was picked up by DAMWON.
Yep, big minion wave here. Rich is going to be able to take down this outer turret, so he's at least doing well. He's pulled himself back in the matchup quite nicely. Vision being removed. Shot barrage is being thrown out to try and get this wave moving forward. And yeah, the first core item's picked up for Ghost. Doesn't have anything else at all, but at least does have the Iceborne Gauntlet and is man immune.
Well, now we're going to enter into a lull state, Elvis. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
been a little while since we've had a Pog state, but
Hey, that was a
think-
Pog save. That was a tower being taken. Nice work.
that was exquisite, honestly. Yeah.
Beautiful
The
stuff.
demolition work that was able to be orchestrated by this small rodent champion in a red and white jumpsuit is honestly impressive.
Yeah.
Immaculate, if I would say so myself.
No, I'd agree. There's the flash on top of him, though, as he's going to flash away immediately. Beyond gets a decent pillar down, and Nuguri's going to be in trouble. Yep, taken down. Rich grabs it with his chain lashes. Now Canyon looking for Kuzan, who lands the chain. And Canyon can't land the Q. That would have been a dead LeBlanc, but unfortunately for him, not going to work out there. DAMWON are getting punished by Rich on the top side.
Yeah. He is managing to really hold his own and just have a lot of good things going their way. A lot of this is also just Nuguri doing his...
Whoa! Flash Zenith Plate comes down. Solar Flare is going to come in as well. deokdam's just dead. BeryL really nicely orchestrated. True Shot Barrage just to search this lane.
Yep.
GuGer back a little bit late.
So, just as quickly as they gut some sort of micro edge on the top side, they lose it on the bot side, which is the lane where they were having a lot of benefit come into it.
Yeah.
And now, Kuzan, honestly, he's running around pretty much everywhere on this LeBlanc. The game is wide open. Nuguri running up to top lane immediately and shoving it back. So we're just going to be having ping pong. I mean, Sylas could pull and freeze at this point. That's a Kennen. He won't.
No.
So
Not something that you're going to do.
let's narrate it instead. Here we go.
All right. Well, Nuguri AoE's the minion wave.
Okay.
And then Rich, do you know what he's going to do? He's going to AoE the minion
Yeah,
wave.
he is. Yes, he is, Atlas. Now, you take a look at the minimap right here, and you wonder why both of these champions are in the location that they're in, and there's not really a very clear-cut answer. But Dynamics were very happy with Nuguri being where he was, the same way that DAMWON was very happy that deokdam was where he was. So, yeah, goes blow for blow. Not a big deal.
True Shot Barrage is going to spot out exactly what Beyond is doing. GuGer also gets sniped. Not bad at all. So I wonder whether there was a fight over that blue buff. I don't know. Don't think anyone's going to know. As that's the stun onto Rich. Nuguri still trying to catch up. Finds another one. There's the slicing Maelstrom. Kingslayer's a pretty good ability though, and GuGer, he's going to turn up, trying to turn this one back onto Nuguri. Inspire for the big old shield. We should have another lightning rush, and I don't think Nuguri's going to be dying just yet.
He ends up using that to get away. Did commit his ghost though, and so he is going to be lacking a summoner spell. And BeryL and Ghost looking like they're going to finally raise this bot turret. Miramana is online, Beyond and Friends now summoning Shirley here in mid lane. And this is a bit of a longer game than DWG is used to.
Exactly.
In terms of how slow things are going, even though we have 7 kills, it doesn't feel like they've occurred in an explosive...
Oh, that was super sick out of Canyon.
All right. Well,
Lack of punishment there for Dynamics, though, has to be stated.
well, Banshee's Veil for both Zoe and LeBlanc is going to be coming out. Banshee's already completed on Sylas. And so they are itemized properly.
Everyone is ahead on DAMWON's side. Despite there being some good plays out of Dynamics, they just haven't been able to hoover up the minions quite as well. As Zoe's sitting on a lot of gold, she's going to go back and spend it. Might just be Banshee's Veil completed as well. So we will be able to have a look as she makes her way back in. 22 seconds on this Cloud Drake will be a soul point. Dynamics are able to pick that one up. Canyon probably not wanting to let that one happen, as he is patrolling around this area. And Kuzan will find Nuguri. That's a lot of damage. But the chains do land. That's the mimicked version as well. Double stun. 1,300 damage as now Nuguri throws. Oh my god, it is so close. But so far, BeryL is going to lock it down with an ulti. As ShowMaker, his Banshee's Veil had just been completed, and I don't think the Chains of Corruption are going to be enough. GuGer trying to get him out of there with the Mantrad Inspire. But DWG should have control of this Drake and should be able to even out the Dragon count between the two teams.
Yeah, and this is going to give them 20% ultimate CDR. Now, this doesn't really matter on almost any champion except for maybe Leona, who you're going to begin to actively be looking to trade flashes, cleanse, etc. In the later stages of the game with. So,
Ezreal as well. Ezreal likes to throw it out basically off cooldown at whichever direction it feels like.
And he'll have cap CDR as well. So we take a look at how this all transpires, and honestly, that range is very long.
Tis.
And slicing Maelstrom.
He went for the wrong LeBlanc, by the way.
He went for the wrong LeBlanc. Solar Flare ends up being super effective. It's Sunny Day. And that was the end of that fight. So, 24 minutes into this game.
Oh, I thought that. Thought he might have been able to get it there, as Bubble immediately going to be taken off there by GuGer. Going to be all right. Goes to the mid lane, just trying to shove this wave forward. You can see not taking quite as much from the Varus anymore, as the Iceborne Gauntlet's completed. He's got his Aegis as well. And so everything absolutely all right. Inner turret now under fire. Okay, Kuzan trying to clear out the wave with his face, as LeBlanc does like to do. We'll see whether the Siege of DAMWON is actually going to work out here. They are getting some pot shots onto this turret. In the meantime, Rich is on the bottom side of the map. And this inner turret is well and truly threatened. Very close to Banshee's Veil for Nuguri as well. But he wants to just attend the inner turret bottom lane. And Dynamics, still, they're holding on to the gold lead at exactly where it was. So it's not the worst time.
Yeah. And this is where, right now in this game, DAMWON, you just basically have to ask yourself, what are you trying to achieve at this point?
Yeah.
And you look at their items, and they're just mostly waiting on core items to come in. You're waiting on Death Dance on Ezreal. Zoe is waiting on probably Void Staff should be her next item. Kennen's going to go for the Banshee's Veil. There's no real sense of urgency or impending doom right now, so you can just keep letting Zoe get stronger because she's so integral to their end stage dances. And I mean, the Cloud Dragons, if you are Leona, you already have the Stone Plate. She can just start building towards CDR to combo and pair up with the Cloud Dragons so that her ultimate is up that much more often. And then they can use it sort of like an enchanted crystal arrow of sorts.
Yeah, basically, just throw it out whenever you want.
Yeah.
As this blue now going to be contested. Kennen 3-level advantage at the moment. And he's going to look for the fight here. Decides not to pull the trigger. They're just going to pull it back. Solar Flare is going to land onto Ghost, but he gets himself out of the way. BeryL now trying to find the engagement. He's very big. There's the Solar Flare. Lands onto Kuzan. True Shot Barrage. Not going to get too much. The power of Karma is certainly on full display right now as Kennen steals away the Gromp. DAMWON, I don't know who managed to get the blue buff in the end. ShowMaker has one. And I believe it was DAMWON, yeah, because Kennen does have it. So Kennen secures all of the jungle, continues his reign of terror against Beyond, who's still level 11. Hasn't been able to get any experience. He was very, very close to leveling, actually, but just still hasn't been near anything. Nuguri on the bottom side, goes to the mid lane. And ShowMaker looking for the bubble, does not find it. BeryL possibly snared up here as Rich will find the chain lash, but not going to do too much. Oh, ShowMaker, that was very close to Rich.
And right now, I mean, Dynamics, they're just trying to juggle and stay afloat inside of this game. Kuzan does shove out the top wave. See what ends up happening with it. I really wish that I could say that Dynamics, it feels like they're still in it, but I think that they would be like 8-2 dogs here or something.
Yeah.
Because you can do 4-1 if you want to do that one.
Yeah. Well, ShowMaker, he's going to get caught out of position. He's well and truly dead. That is a piercing arrow and a very dead Zoe. So overstepping his bounds there just a little bit with the rest of his team so far back. I'm not sure what ShowMaker was thinking being up that far. Might be an opportunity here as there's 30 seconds on the Cloud Drake. And ShowMaker doesn't have teleport. He's going to spawn as that one comes back up. So Nuguri's on the top side of the map. And this may just give away Soul Point to Dynamics. Not the end of the world, because it is, of course, the Cloud Soul.
Yes.
And it's only Soul Point. So not the worst, but yeah, ShowMaker getting caught out. Immediate cleanse from deokdam was fantastic. Good sidestep as well into the second battle start.
Doesn't end up dying. Just a lot of arbitrary pushing. However, and you can see ShowMaker's up now. Nuguri does have teleport. They probably do just give it away, and it's not that important, given that, yes, again, it is Cloud.
Yeah.
So not the end of the world. They're actually going to give up top turret almost for it.
Yeah, Kuzan is going to get to the area, but Canyon moves on over. Immediately they break the Banshee's Veil, and that is inhibitor turret taken, and DAMWON will move away. They'll keep that inhibitor up just to make sure that no freezes are going to ensue. Death Dance completed by Ghost as Beyond throws down a pillar. BeryL remains in position. They will take the Blast Cone, and that gets DAMWON out of there. There's a red buff up. Shot Barrage almost back off cooldown. Come on, Cloud Drakes, do your job. Not going to have it in time.
Well, 4 minutes until that Cloud Dragon is available.
See whether we have maximum Drakes in this game. Might have the 7.
I feel like if it ever reached that point, that one should give an extra.
Right? Like the last possible elemental Drake.
Yeah, that
would be extra cool.
Gives you 2
Whoa.
of it, you know? So.
But then you have to like agree with your opponent that you're both going to get 3 of the Drakes. And then you have like the big team fight for the last one.
And it's bigger.
Yeah.
Like a special objective. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty pog.
It would be pretty pog. I feel like there's some sort of competitive issues revolving around like what would happen with trying to share 1-for-1 Drakes as the game goes on.
Well, the opponent can always just say, no, I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
And then give it to you. I mean, sure.
Yeah, and then you get like Ocean Soul.
Yeah, you just get it for free. You know?
Woohoo!
So.
Yeah, but it's not the 7th Drake Pog.
Yeah.
Drake, so you guys aren't going to win now, but then unfortunately it's still a Dragon Soul. So
You could definitely see some issues in solo queue where you ping back the jungler from taking it.
Yeah. Just let the other team get it for me, please.
Yeah, and then they take it and you just sell the item. Just run it right down.
So I'm going to go 4 on the bottom side. Kuzan moving down from top. ShowMaker a long way away from any potential scuffle. For Ghost. And there's the dash on forward. Chains do land as BeryL. Whoa, that is the longest Zenith Blade I have ever seen. ShowMaker trying to find his time as well. Lands a lot of damage onto Kuzan. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Rich has to flash away as Ghost and Canyon were after him. The rest of Dynamics, they do manage to reform the Phalanx. As, okay, there's a Solar Flare. Flash forward from BeryL. Flash is good, though. Out of oh my god, GuGer just explodes. Kuzan also going to be falling down very, very low. And Nuguri, he's close to falling, but deokdam immediate cleanse gets him to safety. Nuguri's safe, and DAMWON just pull a trigger I didn't even know existed in that moment.
Okay, Zoe, enough. All right, so...
Gross, just cheeky. Cheeky smite.
Well, now they're going to move over to the Baron. And I can, honestly, I perceive this as ShowMaker wanting to smite fight Canyon and then laughing at him in the POV.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen right now. Although, if you want to be super technical, ShowMaker should get it. He has the higher level.
Exactly.
Smite.
Oh, Kuzan dashing on into the pit. Canyon is going to fall down.
But he has smite.
Yeah, Beyond is back in base though, so the extra smite from the mid laner is going to be enough. And now Nuguri is fighting against Rich and BeryL. Sorry, fighting against Rich with BeryL as Kuzan has to get the hell out of there. deokdam, you are way too immobile to be fighting the Ezreal right here as Ghost is... Yeah, he's certainly hit some power spikes. Rich is going to have to get out of there. The Baron secured by DAMWON. They do lose Canyon, but no big deal.
And it's not going to be the end of the world. They're going to reset now with their Baron buffs. They have so much stockpiled up gold. We'll see what they end up purchasing. And let's take a look at how this all transpires. So, Solar Flare ends up landing. Flash comes out by Karma. Nuguri goes in, and then watch LeBlanc. She dips right back in, forced the flash away. And then it looked like deokdam was going to be able to kill Nuguri at the very least, but in the end, not able to do it. Really good distortion onto Canyon. And then the arrow from deokdam coming in. Rich tried to steal it with the stolen True Shot Barrage. In the end, not going to be able to.
Yeah, and Ghost taking matters into his own hands over here as well. Able to get some good damage with the Ezreal that has the Death Dance. So let's have a look at ShowMaker stealing away a Baron.
야, 내가 먹을게. 내가 딜해봐, 딜해봐. 먹었어. 르블랑.
I got it.
르블랑 노플인데.
LeBlanc has no flash, by the way.
Yeah. Well, BeryL's found some more friends. 5 members of Team Dynamics here. Nuguri trying to make his way in.
Whoa!
BeryL's going to be taken though as Rich.
Oh.
He goes golden, maybe prematurely
nice.
here.
Oh,
as in
nice.
goes Kennen. Oh my god, deokdam explodes. GuGer follows suit and Nuguri finds the dream ulti. And DAMWON are playing with their food.
Well, it is Kuzan and Rich that are still alive, so... Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Alright.
That was
Enough.
He's got his zombies.
He does. And so... It looks like DAMWON, they're up 10,000 gold right now. And they're just raising the turrets.
Whoa! Okay, Canyon.
Okay.
Not bad. That was punishing Kuzan for pressing a W button, and then he was unable to play League of Legends after that point, and his screen went gray. If I was him, I would be submitting a ticket. It's like, I don't know what just happened. No, he definitely does. Just not a great decision to make, as now Nexus turrets to be taken down. Beyond, he's going to get flashed on. The Ignite is going to tick down, but he has a fountain, so he should be okay. The game, not so much though. Last Nexus turret to fall. Rich has a slicing maelstrom. There is the last-ditch effort, but the kick flash onto deokdam is going to deny everything. And yes, they managed to kill Canyon, but their Nexus still falls down, and